Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm just sharing the link because, of course, I forgot to do that. Um, but yeah, let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you're reading anything, what you're reading. These are not reading sprints, as you can see by the title of the video, but also I need to change the banner. There we go. Boom. Um, so yeah, let me know how you're doing. I have two stacks of books here. It's 29 books. I just counted. That's why I was a little bit late. I was trying to pull them all together. But almost 30 books. Actually no, it's 28 books. No, 29. What? Yeah. So yeah, we'll wait for some more people to trickle in. I hope everyone is hydrating. Oh. There we go. We love. Hello, Tony. How are you? Hope everyone is having a blessed day. Just got in from shopping and I'm tired. I was so close to buying some books from Target, but I'm on a book buying ban for the year. Look at you. Hello, Mackenzie. How are you? What's my voice doing? Reading Demon Copperhead currently. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I guess we can just jump into it and get started. Let me know. You guys can hear me okay, right? Hello, hello. Okay, perfect. Just, I don't even know where to start. All of these were gifted by publishers, so I did not buy these. I was going to also incorporate the books I bought at New York Comic Con, but I talk about those in a video that I'm editing, so I was like, it doesn't make sense to also haul them here. Um, so these are all the books that I was gifted by publishers slash authors. I just want to go in and change the description box. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I say New York Comic Con in the description. And these are all the books that I received from August because I went back and I looked at the last book haul that I posted, and those were all the books I had received up until July. So this is August, September, October, November, December. Was that 5 months? Yeah, 5 months. And usually 5 months worth of books would be a lot more than the 29 that's sitting here. But November and December is usually very slow for book mail because there's not a lot of books coming out. Audio is perfect. Okay, awesome. All right, let's just jump into it. I did not separate these by publisher like I usually would, so we're just gonna go straight into it. So the first one we have is okay. Why am I backwards? I don't want to be backwards. Let's do that. And it's probably going to really confuse me. Yep, I'm already confused. But this is Beautiful Broken Love by Shanora Williams. This is an adult romance. I read this in December, absolutely loved it. We have well, let me actually fix the lighting. Hold on, because it's like too, well, I guess it's kind of cool. It's good, right? We have a business owner. I'm trying to remember what business she owns. Is it skincare? Yeah. She has a skincare line. She's recently lost her husband. I think it was like a year ago, 7 months. She recently lost her husband, so she throws everything into this skincare line. And then we have a very popular basketball player who is invited to be the not spokesperson, but the what is it called when like you get signed on for a brand and you like do promotion for them? But yeah, and it's like instant attraction, but she's still grieving her husband and she's like, I can't, but like we can do like something fun. And of course, they fall in love. I absolutely loved this. I have read Shinora Williams thrillers before and I really enjoyed them. This is my first one where it's just a romance from her, and highly recommend. I gave this one 5 stars, loved it. And this is from, I think this came directly from the author, but you can buy her books on Amazon. And this is out. It came out in December. I'm gonna run out of places to put these books as I like ship them around. I would love to receive book mail and read authors' new books. Honestly, like if you have any type of following anywhere, sorry, I'm taking off my slippers. Um, like Instagram, TikTok, Threads, even like Twitter, I would say. Well, X, whatever you want to call it. I would just like shoot them an email, or even if you don't have a following, right? Because you're still a reviewer. But if you review things on a consistent basis, and especially from like certain publishers, you tend to gravitate towards their authors. I would like shoot them an email, find out the contacts. That's what I did. And me mirroring the thing has confused me, as you can probably see. I'm so confused. But I want you guys to be able to read the titles. Anyways, yeah, that's what I did a couple years ago. And every couple months I update my log of authors and contacts. And then you get on lists, and there's influencer lists and things like that. Okay, I gotta like switch it back because I'm like so confused about what's there. We go. And I feel like the puff was fine until I started bothering it, and then I messed it up. But yeah, so it definitely sometimes you have to put yourself on their radar, which is what I did. And then eventually, hopefully, you end up on their radar just like organically. There we go. It's still a little lopsided. I feel like it's still not doing what I wanted to do. But my fellow 4C girlies, it doesn't, yeah, it was fine until I bothered it. Anyways, hello, Glenda. How are you? Hey there. Hey, I read Shanora's book too. Was my fave. Definitely love her thrillers. Yeah, her thrillers are out of this world. I think I have two more for thrillers that I need to read. I think like The Bitter Truth, and then The Other Mistress. I think there's one cover that's blue, another cover that's like really purple. Um, those are the two. Hello, Bree. How are you? Hello, hello. Everyone should go follow Bree's Bookish on Instagram. Even though, let me find out. Do you have a YouTube? Me being nosy, or you just locked down the handle, which I think everyone should do. Everyone should lock down their handles on all their different platforms. So, funny story, right? If you've been, I know this isn't, we've only talked about one book so far, but I think I talked about it in the stream where I lost access to my TikTok in October. Someone hacked it at like some random time in the morning when I was asleep from Phoenix, Arizona. And that's not just me being random. I got both the text and the email being like, oh, someone's trying to change the phone number, the email address in your account at this time, in this time zone, in this location. Confirm that it's you, right? I never confirmed because one, I was asleep, and two, it wasn't me. But somehow they were still able to remove both my phone number and my email address. And so I've been in a back and forth with TikTok since October, just going in circles. Get an email today, and I haven't read through it, but they were like, okay, your ownership of the account has been verified, and you just need to do these steps so you can get your account back. And in my head, I'm like, we got 5 days left. Like, I don't, thanks, I guess. Like, like this doesn't help me. You're like, now all of a sudden I get my account back when y'all about to like leave the country, but whatever. I'm gonna log in and download as much of my content as I can. Um, and then maybe my drafts are still there. We'll see what my algorithm is looking like. We'll see. I do, but it isn't active yet. Well, I subscribed anyway, and I hit the notification bell. So when you do become active, I will get notified. All right, second book. A Certain Slant of Light by C.P. Dutour. This one was sent to me by the author, so shout out to her. I know that it's a fantasy. That's all I got, but I'll read like I'll read the little blurb. It says, a kingdom in peril, a queen in hiding, a power rising. Sally is transported to another realm on the night of her 20th birthday in order to become queen. This new world, the Ulti realm, is nothing like the suburban life she's led. Everything she knows is suddenly irrelevant, and even the people she thought were her parents are not what they seem. Okay, and she has magical abilities. She's a prophesized peacemaker. Oh, but she doesn't have any magic. Okay. As family secrets are revealed and threats to her kingdom mount, Sally struggles to reconcile who she is with the queen she must become. The fate of a nation depends on it, set before a backdrop of a reimagined colonial Africa. A Certain Slant of Light is at once a commentary on history's impact on the present day and a consideration of how free will collides with fate. Okay. I never actually really looked at this cover, but it's actually very pretty. Um, and this is Fractured Mirror Publishing, but I wonder, is that her publishing company? Because I feel like she's an indie author. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep it going. I interviewed her. She's such a sweetheart. Yeah, I missed it, and I was upset about it. Then we have Remember Me Tomorrow by Farah Haran. This one is a romance. I just realized that there's a man right here. Same place, different times. Interesting. What? East House is the oldest and least desirable dorm on campus, but it has a draw for lonely university freshman Eliza Kazem. Jay Hoke, the hot and broody student who vanished from East House 5 months ago without a trace. It's irresistible to an aspiring investigative journalist like Eliza. But when she starts receiving texts from Jay, the mystery takes an unexpected turn. His messages are coming not only from Eliza's own dorm room, but from the past, only weeks before he disappeared. Okay, I lied. This is not a romance. And that's all I'm going to read because what? From the past? What do you mean? That's wild. Yes, she's indie. Okay, yeah, CP. No, what's her name? Yeah, CP Dutois. Am I pronouncing her name correct? All right, let's see. Then we have Times Agent by Brenda Peinado. I want to read this so bad. How? And I just need to do it. I have this whole like video idea where I read a bunch of short fiction, and I probably, honestly, I probably just need to do it this month. Um, and this is one of the books that I want to add onto that. In my short fiction, I mean like novellas, and they're actually sitting right here. Um, but it says a multiverse story of love, loss, time travel, and final stage capitalism. Pocket World, a geographically small, hidden offshoot of our own reality, sped up or slowed down by time. Following humanity's discovery of pocket worlds, teams of academics embarked on groundbreaking exploratory missions, eager to study this new technology and harness the potential of a seemingly limitless horizon. And then we have an archaeologist and her wife. Um, and pocket worlds are now controlled by corporations. Of course, they are. Raquel's in disgrace, and Marlena lives in her own pocket universe that Raquel wears around her neck and refuses to speak to her. Also, just look at this cover. This cover is absolutely gorgeous and just detailed, and just everything about it is what I need it to be. All right, and then we have these deathless. Oh, who gave me this? Was this Tor? Yeah, this is sent to me by Tor.com. Then we have These Deathless Shores by P.H. Lowe. Another cover that's just doing what it needs to do. It takes the wonder and violence of the original Peter Pan and magic dust like spins something completely new, an intense, wild ride. It says Jordan was once a lost boy, convinced she would never grow up. Now she's 22 and exiled to the real world, still suffering withdrawal from the addictive magic dust of her childhood. With nothing left to lose, Jordan returns to the island and its stories of pirates and war and the cruelty of youth. Intent on facing Peter one last time on her own terms. If that makes her the villain, so be it. What? I feel like by doing this now, I'm kind of putting together my February, maybe March TBR because I want to read this expeditiously. And this was sent to me by Orbit. Um, ah, hello to Glenda. Damn, you sold that book. Which one? This one? Listen, it just seems like it'll be messy. It'll be messy in such a few pages. And then I have Brown Girl Dreaming. This is not a new release. They are re-releasing this, I think, for the 10-year anniversary. Is it? Um, and I got a hardcover edition with a deck of pages, and it came with a nice little like dream journal too. That's currently sitting on my desk. I believe this is the 10th anniversary edition. Yeah, because this originally came out in 2014. But this is a memoir in verse. I feel like most people know what Brown Girl Dreaming is. It's a memoir in verse. I read it a couple years ago. I want to read it again now that I am older and I have officially, I guess, come of age. Because when I read it, I think I was in college, like early college. So yeah, I just want to read it again. I want to read it again. And this came from someone. Penguin. Penguin Teen, I think. Yeah. Next up, I'm trying to see because I think this author also sent me something else, but maybe that was in a different stack, but whatever. We have The Rise of Issa Igwe by Shanna Miles. This is a middle grade fantasy that is just absolutely gorgeous. And also, look at that. You can't even see like the actual, real, true like color. Boom. Uh, it's part of a series too. Um, but I think they're standalones. Like they can be read as standalones. It says delightfully eerie, ghostly good fun, a school for magic like no other. Despite a lifetime of breaking the rules, 12-year-old Issa Igwe never expected to land in witch prison. At least that's what she calls a siren school outside of its hallowed halls. It's actually a prestigious boarding school for magically gifted girls, and Issa's parents insist that she attend, even though the school's creepy history is the stuff of legends. When a devastating loss overturns Issa's world, she decides to break one of her new school's biggest rules of all. She's going to use bitter magic to turn back time. To succeed, she must snatch sleep inducing feathers from the backs of magical creatures, sneak out while avoiding the night children, whoever they are, and even raise the dead. Her nighttime exploration, breaking the school's darkest secrets to light. No, her nighttime explorations bring the school's darkest secrets to light and reveal a new power within Issa herself. It turns out that a rule breaker might be just what the Siren School needs to undo an ancient evil. I don't think I ever read the synopsis. I just knew that it was middle grade fantasy. It had a black girl on the cover, and I was like, yeah, sure. But I never actually read the back. That sounds so fascinating. Time to hydrate. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Nightbot. And that one, this was sent to me directly from the author. So shout out to her. Thank you. Then we have Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambao. These covers were really doing something last year. Hopefully, what's inside of them is also doing what they need to do. Okay. It says the pawn shop of almost and ifs. Have you ever made a choice that you regret it? Then come to the magical pawn shop where you can sell your regrets, where you can find inner peace for the price of a cup of tea. But who are you without the memory of who you once were? And who will you become? Okay. Is that all it's going to give me? That's all it's telling me? Yep. Love that for me. Yeah. That is the whole description. And this was sent to me by Del Rey Books. All right. Then we have The City in Glass by Nevo, who writes I just forgot the name of the series. Wow. Just flew out my head. It's this series. Um that's the fifth book, but I really forgot the name of the series. But I absolutely love that series. This is something completely different, but still highly intrigued. It says a demon, an angel, a city. In this new standalone novel, Hugo Award winning author Nevo introduces a beguiling fantasy city in the tradition of Calvino, Mayville, and Le Guin. The demon Vitrine, immortal, powerful, and capricious, loves the dazzling city of Azro. She has mothered, married, and maddened the city and its people for generations and built it into a place of joy and desire, revelry and rot. And then the angels come and the city falls. And that's all I'm going to tell you about that. Oh, I get it. A glass city. Ha ha ha. But yeah, just like look at that. Thank you to Tour.com. They really be feeding me, and I love that for them and for me. Then we have, oh, that sounds good. Yeah. Thank you. The Singing Hills Cycle. That's what they wrote. Yes. I was like, what is it called? Yes. Nevo wrote The Singing Hills Cycle. Thank you. Then we have The Message by Ta-Nehisi Coates. This is nonfiction. And I believe this talks a lot about him going to Palestine. Um, yeah. Um, okay, but there's actually 3 essays in here. Okay, so he's going to 3 resonant cities of conflict to explore how the stories we tell and the ones we don't shape our realities. Okay. So he goes to Dakar, a modern city in Senegal. Mm. And then he goes to Columbia, South Carolina, where he reports on his own book's banning. LOL. And then to Palestine, where he sees with devastating clarity how easily we are misled by nationalist narratives. Okay. I need to move this up on the list. Yeah, I definitely do, because I'm interested to see how he's going to weave all of that together. But yeah, this is the same author who wrote Between the World and Me, as well as I think Letters. What else did he write? There's another one. The Beautiful Struggle, and We Were 8 Years in Power. There we go. And The Water Dancer was his fiction, which I haven't read. Oh, and thank you. Who sent me this? To One World Lit. Then we have some more fantasy, because I, at my heart, am a fantasy girly. And this is The Scarlet Throne by Amy Lowe. To remain a god, she will become a demon. Can we talk about this cover? Can we? Can we talk about it? Just a moment of silence. A dark, heart thumping political epic fantasy by debut author Amy Lowe, full of scheming demons, morally gray heroines, talking cats, and cutthroat priest. The Scarlet Throne is a delicious tale of power and corruption. Ugh, I love it. I love it. So she's a living goddess chosen by the gods to shh, chosen by the gods to dispense both mercy and punishment from her place on the Scarlet Throne. But her reign hides a deadly secret. Rather than channeling the wisdom of, my doves are insistent on just like not letting me live. Are you guys done? Okay. Rather than channeling the wisdom of an immortal deity, she harbors a demon. Ugh. But one cannot remain a living goddess forever. When her temple's priests decide that Binsa's time in power has come to an end, a new girl, Meta, is selected to take over her position as a goddess. Binsa refuses to be discarded into a life of uncertainty as a young woman, and she strikes a deal with her demon. She will sacrifice her people's lives in order to magnify his power, and in return, he will help her seize control from the priest once and for all. How much of her humanity is she willing to trade for the sake of ambition? Deals with demons are rarely so simple. What? Thank you to Orbit Books for this. Black Panther. Okay, Ta-Nehisi Coates. His Black Panther run was insane. Now that I have the new Kindle, I'm going to definitely get back into comics. because I have so many series, like I own the beginnings of them, and I just never continued because I didn't have the rest of them. So now I have no excuse, and that is one of the series that I started back when it was coming out, and just never got to it or never was able to finish it. Then we have The Gods Below by Andrea Stewart. This is the same author who wrote The Bone Shard Daughter, and that series, The Drowning Empire. Excellent series. Absolutely loved that. So when I found out she had another book coming out, I was like, yes, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't even know what this is about. Truly, I don't. And I might keep it like that. Okay. It says The Gods Below begins a sweeping epic from fantasy's newest master worldsmith. Period. Andrea Stewart, a story of magic, betrayal, love, and loyalty, where two sisters will clash on opposite sides of a war against the gods. Yep, that's all I'm reading. I did not know we had two sisters in this. I also did not know that there was a war. Like when I tell you, I knew nothing about this book. Nothing. I just knew her name was on it. That was it. And I was like, yes, please. I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Gods Below is so good. Oh, I have no excuse for why I put it off. None. I honestly think that I'm low key kind of crafting my February TBR as we like are doing this. Either that or March. I'll probably spread them out because there are definitely a few of these where I'm like, I need to get to them ASAP. And I'm upset that I haven't. Please read it so I can yap with you about it. Yes. I'm so tempted to start it today, this month, but I'm looking at my TBR for this month, and it's like, no, you need to get through these other 6 fantasy books that you've been putting off. Then we have Blackheart Man by Nalo Hopkinson. I have another Nalo Hopkinson here. Where is it? Let me. So I can just talk about both her books. This one is a fantasy. I don't even know, again, another author where I was like, incredible. And I don't need to know what it's about. It says the magical island of Chin Chin is facing conquerors from abroad and something sinister from within in this entrancing fantasy. Okay. Yeah, again, another one. I did not read the synopsis, and I'm not going to read the synopsis because I'm just not going to. But it's Nayla Hopkinson. She does inventive, usually like Afro-Caribbean inspired, informed fantasy and science fiction, which then leads me to this Jamaica Ginger and Other Concoctions, which is her recent collection of short stories. This one I have read. I read this in November, I think. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, thank you to, I never know how to pronounce it, Tachyon Publications and Saga Press for these two beauties. Are you doing the clue readathon? Some of these might work. I don't know. I'm contemplating it. I'm trying to remember when I read or when I last watched Get a Clue. I know that I loved it. And so when I heard, who did I hear talking about it? Was it Nell? I don't know. I can't remember who. No. It was Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn was talking about the Get a Clue readathon. And I was like, wait, what? Give me a reason to rewatch an old favorite. It's Nalo, so you know it's good. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I still have to read some of her older fiction, like Sister Mine. Almost said sister. Sister Mine and There's one where the cover's blue. I'm looking at it. But I think I have those two left of her longer fiction works. And then, of course, the new one. Then we have something by Chloe Gong, the or Vilest Things. This is a sequel to Immortal Gods. What? Hello? Immortal Longings. Like, what is what? So I'm not going to read the synopsis because I've not yet read Immortal Longings. I want to. I do this thing where I don't want to read an author's next series or like until I finish their previous one, which is why I like made myself finish An Ember in the Ashes quartet after so long because Sabatier was came out with a new book. And so I read and loved These Violet Delights, have yet to read These Violet Ends because I'm living in the land of Delulu, if you will. But because I have not finished that duology, I did not read Immortal Longings. So this is how we end up here. But I knew that I was going to love it because I love her writing. And I just need to do it. I need to just do it. I think Immortal Longings, These Violent Ends is on my 25 or 25. I'm pretty sure I put it on that list. And I think I kind of want to reread These Violent Delights because I read it back when it like just came out. So I want to reread it so I can wrap up that duology and then I can finally read Immortal Longings and Vilest Things as well as her other duology. Oh, who sent me this? I don't know. I love how the publishers is like nowhere on the dust jacket. I love that for her. Saga Press. All right, that was the first stack, y'all. I did it. You can't see it, but it was much taller. So let's get to the second stack. We're making good time, kind of. We have Under the Fading Sky by Cynthia Kadohara, which is giving very much like YA, angsty, deep in my feelings. That's what this cover is giving me. So stuff has like a beginning and an end. And you don't really realize that until the end or right before. Before that, you're just chilling that you're just thinking that you and your homies are chilling and getting high and it's all going to work out, you know? Truth is, the way life works is that you were born in the eye of a hurricane and you think that's just the way life is, calm like, until it isn't. So yeah, I'm only 16 and I would change a lot of stuff if I could go back in time. But you can't ever do that. And when you can't, that's when you find out who you really are. See, I told you, angsty teens. This doesn't actually tell me what it's about. Like, truly doesn't tell me what this is about. When did this come out? Oh, this comes out in April. This is actually not out yet. So I might actually get to read this before it comes out. Maybe. We'll see. Thank you to Simon Teen. Let's put that there. We'll see how long I can continue to stack these books until they eventually fall over. Then we have Children of Usei by Moses Osei Utomi. This is a sequel to that's beautiful. I can see the cover. Daughters of Oduma. Yeah. Pretty sure this is, yep, it was at the top, y'all. Can you believe that? I just totally ignored that. I have not read this. I have not read the first book yet. I want to. I think I just need to get the audiobook. Yeah, I need to just get the audiobook. Why didn't I think to do that before? This is middle grade. African inspired fantasy. And yeah, I can't even tell you what the first book is about because I forgot. I think there's warrior women. I think there's warrior women. I really am just like in my head, just being like, yeah, these are books that I'm going to read in February. Then we have All the Noise at Once. This has not come out yet. I believe this comes out in April or March. Um, where is it? Yeah, in April, April 15th. This one, I believe, has, yep, autism rep. It says equal parts witty and heartbreaking, All the Noise at Once serves as a window into the Black autistic experience and as a beacon of hope for those our justice system has forgotten and failed. Easily one of the best books I've read all year. And that was blurred by J. Coles, who wrote Tyler Johnson Was Here. Um, yeah, so it's about Aiden. He wants to play football, like his star quarterback brother Brandon. Overstimulation meltdown gets in the way of Aiden making the team. Oh wow! But the school year starts and a spot needs to be filled. Huh. However, some teammates are wary of how Aiden's autism will present itself on game day. Tensions rise, a fight breaks out, cops are called. Brandon interferes to help his brother, but is arrested by the very same cops who just hours earlier were cheering him from the bleachers. When Brandon is wrongly charged for felony assault on an officer, everything he has worked for starts to slip away, and the brothers' relationship is tested. As Brandon's trial inches closer, Aiden is desperate to figure out what really happened that night. Can he clear his brother's name in time? What? And this is by Deandra Davis. Uh, Thank you to Simon Teen for this. Yeah, I'll hopefully be reading this in either February or March. I'll probably want to throw it across the room, but that's a cool book. Yeah. And then we have one that I'm hoping to read this month. Like, I had to go find the dust jacket because it was prepped for reading, and that is Black Girls Breathing: Heal from Trauma, Combat Chronic Stress, and Find Your Freedom. This is by Jasmine Marie. This is another nonfiction all about harnessing the power of breath work with this compassionate healing guide for Black women. Gotta go feed my kid. Oh, tell him I said hi. Have a good night. Thank you for coming. And yeah, so I need this desperately. Desperately need this. Cause I need this. So I really want to read this month. It shouldn't be a problem. It's been sitting on my desk. I'm trying to wrap up some other books and then before I like start another one. And this one was sent to me by Balance Books. Is that what they're called? Is that the full name? Yeah, Balance, which is part of Hachette. Then we have another one, highly anticipated release of last year, The Lotus Empire by Tasha Suri. This is the finale of The Burning Kingdoms. This is the same series with The Jasmine Throne and The Oleander Sword. Absolutely love those books. I know this is going to break my heart and then put it back together. I'm ready. This is a romantasy with politics and intrigue and earth magic, if you will, and overthrowing kingdoms, and just it's just so good. If you have not read The Jasmine Throne, go read it. Go read it. Just do it. You will not regret it. It is absolute perfection. I thought the bookmark just like fell out and was like, I'm here. Yeah, but absolute perfection. Highly recommend it. And this was sent to me by Orbit. Next up, we have another fantasy, Blood of the Old Kings by Sung Il Kim, translated by Anton Her. Look at this cover. Like, what? It's giving anti-hero, it's giving villain. I love it. In an empire run on necromancy, dead sorcerers are the lifeblood. Like, what? And I think there's like a dragon below the city, yeah, that wears the empire's chains. Step into a world of necromancy, murder, and twisted magic, a world in need of a hero. This is another one where I kind of refused to read the synopsis after, like, I kind of knew what it was a little bit about, not really, because I want to be just enthralled into it. And I'm also realizing that this will fit one of my just like personal goals of reading 12 translated works this year, because this actually is a translated book, translated fantasy book, which I need to read more of. I'm also realizing that the Three Body Problem series also fits that goal, because I've read the first book and I need to read, I need to continue on in the series. Then we have, who sent me this? Tor sent me Blood of the Old Kings. Then from Saga Press, this is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Motar and Max Gladstone. This is not a new book, but they re-released it. I think, are we coming up on 5 years or 10 years? It's some kind of anniversary. 5 years. Yeah, we came up on 5 years. And this is about two people on opposite ends of a war. We have red and we have blue, and they're communicating. And are they falling in love? And there's a post-singularity technotopia, and yeah, a twisting sapphic time travel fantasy love story that never stops surprising. Readers will reach the end and want to turn back to the start. Yeah, I've always heard excellent things about this, so we'll see. Then we have The Last Dragon of the East by Katrina Kwan. This one was sent to me by Saga Press, and it says, inspired by the Chinese myths of ancient dragon gods and threads of fate, Katrina Kwan's dazzling fantasy debut is a propulsive adventure perfect for fans of Su Lin Tan and Hannah Witten. It's a short synopsis, so I'll read it. At the spry young age of 25, Sai has led a quiet life, barely keeping the family tea house up and running while taking care of his ailing mother, but he's parlayed a not-so-secret gift into a side career. He can see the red threads of fate between soulmates, which lends itself nicely to matchmaking. Okay, I'm getting to remember this. Sai has never tried to follow his own thread, which is gray and fraying, but Sai's ordinary existence is about to be turned upside down. When his mother's doctor sells him a pair of dragon scales, claiming they're a miracle cure, Sai is pretty sure he's being scammed. When the medicine actually works, Sai finds himself forced by his ruthless emperor into the search for a dragon thought long extinct. Thrown into the heart of a brewing war, he must face down terrifying challenges, both magic and mortal. And for the very first time, he may discover who's at the other end of his thread of fate. I'm just realizing that there's another person on this cover. Like, these are not his hands. It's somebody else's hands. Also, I just love this cover so much. It seems like a very short read. It's less than 300 pages. Yeah. And this was sent by Saga Press. All right, now we're down to the last last 6. We have Heist Royale by Kavion Lewis. This is a sequel to Thieves Gambit. I actually just started this the other day. I'm only about 5% in though. And this was sent by Penguin Teen. Thieves Gambit is like a YA thriller. Think Ocean's 11 mixed with, what is it called? The Widows? There was a movie with Viola Davis in it that was like very much, I think also Cynthia Erivo. And they like had to steal some things. Yeah, think like that, but with teenagers and a thieving game and what is it called? The Amazing Race. Like put all that together, and that's kind of what you get with Thieves Gambit. I really enjoyed it. Very excited to see where we go in Heist Royale. Um, but yeah, so I'll be letting you guys know very fairly shortly what my thoughts on that are. Then we have another one, The Legacy of Arniston House. This is by T.L. Huchu. And this is the fourth book. And yep, the fourth book in the Edinburgh Nights series. I've actually also already read this one. Really enjoyed it. And this is, think, dystopian Scotland. Um, there's ghost and a secret library. It's very like not gothic. It's very dreary, but not in a bad way. All I can think of like is like if you think of London when it's just like wet and cold and foggy, that vibe. But it's not gothic and it's not like academia. But it's just like it's just cold and wet and kind of miserable, and it's in Scotland, and so of course there's some of that contention between the Scottish and the English, and yeah, we have a Nigerian Scottish Black woman who can talk to ghosts, talk to spirits, and send them off into the world. And she is brought into this secret society who looks down upon the work that she does, but also needs her help. And it's just shenanigans and political intrigue without being stuffy. And it's also hilarious. Also hilarious. I am very much looking forward to the next installment in this series. A lot of things were wrapped up in this one, but also we have quite a few things that were left open, and it ends on one hell of a cliffhanger. And this was sent to me by Tor Publishing. There we go. All right. Then we have Fortune's Kiss by Amber Clement. All I know is there's tarot cards involved in this. I think they make their own tarot cards. I think. I could be wrong. Yeah. Welcome to Fortune's Kiss, where you can attain your wildest dreams, but the price of admission may be your life. For the first time in a decade, the legendary gambling den Fortune's Kiss has returned to Ciudad Milagro. The game is Loteria. Okay. Upon its return, the pair, so it's two friends, the pair enter the mystical den. They realize that beneath its glamour, the salon hides treacherous secrets, like the old predatory magic in its heart, and it is ravenous. Round after round, the girls scheme, lie, flirt, whatever is necessary to win. Okay. Oh my goodness. But when bodies pile up, all bets and friendships are off as each girl learns exactly how far she'll go to ensure she leaves victorious. Okay. I guess it's not. It kind of like is. It's not tarot. It kind of is. I think that's how it was pitched in the email that was sent to me. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And this was sent by, these publishers are really making me look. Oh, I forgot they sent me 2 cards, or they sent me 3 cards. And then, which I will be using as bookmarks. um, who is the publisher? Union Square and Company. All right, last 3. We have Conditions of a Heart by Bethany Mangle. This is a YA contemporary. Bryn Kwan is desperate for her high school persona to words. Bryn Kwan is desperate for her high school persona to be real. That Bryn is head of the yearbook committee, the favorite for prom queen, and definitely not crumbling from a secret disability that's rapidly wearing her down. If no one knows the truth about her condition, Bryn doesn't have to worry about the pitying looks or accusations of being a faker that already destroyed her childhood friendships. She's even willing to let go of her 4-year relationship with her first love, Oliver, rather than reveal that a necessary surgery is the reason she ignored his existence for an entire summer. Oh no. But after Bryn tries to break up a fight at a pep rally and winds up barred from all her clubs and senior prom, she has nothing left to prop up her illusion of being just like everyone else. During a week-long suspension from school, she realizes that she doesn't quite recognize the face in the mirror, and it's not because of her black eye from the fight. With a with a healthy sister who simply doesn't understand, and a confused ex-boyfriend who won't just take a hint and go away like a normal human being, Bryn begins to wonder if it's possible to reinvent her world by being the person she thought no one wanted, herself. Wow. This is probably gonna like break me into 1,000 pieces, but also heal me at the same time. Thank you to Simon Teen. Oh, I just realized that on her shirt is a ribcage. Yeah. Then we have the third and last nonfiction, The Gloomy Girl Variety Show, a memoir by Frida Apum. It says, reckoning with identity, illness, and in-betweenness. Frida Apum's voice comes through these pages like a flame, crackling with insight, wryly humorous even as it sears, and impossible to look away from. Explores the opposing forces of her no place, nowhere identity as a Nigerian American daughter, diasporically displaced, who spent years in and out of institutions seeking treatment for life-threatening mental illness. Examines her journey through healthcare and housing systems via a pop cultural lens, our collective obsession with HTV's home buying and makeup shows, and a patchwork of poetry, art, and auto theory. With raw honesty and glittering wit, this debut memoir maps the complexity of life under intersecting forms of oppression, revealing what it takes to turn from the brink of despair toward community and self acceptance, find refuge in love, and reimagine home. And this was sent to me by the Feminist Press. Yeah, definitely want to get to this one soon. I feel like I will definitely resonate with this one a lot. And then our last book, which is perfect timing because I only wanted to take an hour. The last book we have is Breath of Oblivion by Maurice Broaddus. This is the sequel to A Sweep of Stars, which is a Afro sci-fi. And this series is called the Astra Black Trilogy, which explores the struggles of an empire. Not going to read the synopsis because I have not yet read Sweep of Stars. I want to, though, and I will at some point, hopefully within the next couple months. But also, I just really love this cover. I think I love this cover more than the cover of the first book. But yeah, who sent this to me? Oh, there's the cover of the first book right there. This was sent to me by Tor Publishing. But yeah, that is it. I have reached the end of the stack. Put this here. Luckily, it's just leaning, so I don't have to do anything else with it. Thanks so much for chilling with me. I do plan on exporting this out and, like, you know, cleaning it up a little bit and putting my intro and outro and all the things or whatever, so that it can also be like its own standalone video. But thanks so much for hanging out with me live as I did this, and I'll probably be doing more of these live videos, if you will. I want to do a tier ranking of all the novels, novellas, and graphic novels that I read in 2024. That should be scheduled sometime this week. I just got to do the thumbnail and then also get all the covers in one place. So that one takes a little bit more prep than this one does. So that's why I did this one first. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me and chilling with me. Make sure to subscribe and do all the fun things, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I come out with a new video or go live for something. I do have reading sprints tomorrow, provided my health, agrees with me, and I think it should. So you will see me at some point tomorrow. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.